Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to share with you guys my favorite no makeup routine, and this is the final result. I am in love with it. I'm going to share with you guys some of my new favorite products to achieve this look, as well as some of my new favorite, I guess, tips and tricks to complete your no makeup look. And yeah, that's it from me. Let's just get to the video. When it comes to no makeup, I feel like the most important thing is your base, and you need to make sure that it's flawless. And what I love to do is first use a pore primer. That way I can help even out my skin texture to begin with, so everything over top looks amazing. And I like to just use my finger and place it in areas where I feel like I have a lot of pores, so namely around the nose. Make sure you don't put a lot of product on as well, otherwise it will get cakey, and that's the last thing we want. And why I like using my fingers is because I feel like the warmth of my skin actually melts the product into it, my face a little bit better rather than using a brush. Before we go on to the next step, I really like to set my face, and this is one of my new favorite setting sprays. This is from Pramy. This is the Foggy Surface with Soft Focus makeup setting spray. So essentially this is a mattifying setting spray, and I got this when I was in China, and I've been obsessed because my skin always looks so flawless afterwards. Give it a little shake and spritz. To me, the thing about no makeup is that your skin should not be glittery, it should be glowy, and we're going to focus on the glow with the rest of our products. So I really like to use a mattifying spray just to make sure I lock in everything, and I feel like once I use a mattifying spray, my skin and makeup actually lasts longer. I don't know why, it just does. I feel like I really enjoy something with a little bit of a lighter coverage as well. So when you're having a base, it should just focus on evening out your skin tone rather than covering everything and making it super full coverage. And what I like to do is actually take a BB cream and mix a little bit of sunscreen with it to actually make the coverage even less than it is meant to, if that makes sense. Because BB cream doesn't have high coverage as opposed to a foundation or concealer. This is the combo I have been loving lately for no makeup. They're from the brand Glow. It is a K-beauty brand, and this is the Breathable Blemish Balm, whereas this is the Coix Seed Sunscreen. Coix. I don't know how you pronounce it, but these two look amazing together. So what I like to do is I first like to take one pump of this BB cream, like so, and then what I like to do is get a little bit of the sunscreen. The sunscreen is quite light, so I like to give it a little shake, half a drop of it, like this. And this is my little concoction, and what I like to do is I actually like to take my beauty blender, which I have wet already, and I just like to mush them in together like this, and some of it would have been soaked up on my beauty blender, and I just pat it into my skin. And you can see the setting spray has dried a little bit, so this is perfect. There's really no method to this, I just tap it all over my skin. There we are, and as you can see, it is very, very light. And what I like to do next is actually put on a second layer, because the first layer should be quite thin. I get a gist of how much I need, and I can look at it, I think, okay, cool, so this side probably needs a little bit more coverage, and so does my forehead. So what I like to do now is take an extra half pump of my BB cream. So the first one was a full pump, and now you can go in with small, thinner layers as you go to get to your desired coverage. I also like to focus a little bit on my under eyes because that's where I feel like needs the most covering. And mind you, because I'm using a beauty blender, and if you're using a sponge, the sponge will soak up a little bit of product, so you will probably put a little bit more than you expected just because a lot of it has been sucked into the sponge. There we are, base is complete. And what we are going to do now is actually set our skin. And what I've been loving lately is a setting powder that has a little bit of shine to it. It's not necessarily glittery, obviously. A really great example of this is the Too Cool for School Finish Setting Pact. This, as you can probably see, has a slight shimmer to it, and it just makes your skin still glowy and skin-like, but it sets the face really well. And I like to use a huge brush, and I just smush it in there and pack it on my skin. As much as I love my Rare Beauty powder, and I love using like my loose powders, sometimes it gets a little bit too much and too heavy. When you're focusing on no makeup look, I do like using a classic brush and just a powder packed because I feel like it's less intense. Can we see immediately the difference? Still glowy, but it's set. This is just pure glowiness. I hope you can see the difference. Now, I feel the need to say that a no makeup look isn't meant to deceive anyone of the fact you're wearing makeup. There's nothing wrong with wearing makeup. It's just that sometimes you want something a little light, but you want to make it look elevated. There's nothing wrong with that. And my favorite part is blush. I like to go in with either a cream blush or a putty blush when it comes to no makeup, because a powder blush I feel like could be too heavy, and this gives a more natural radiant finish. Again, I don't want to go for something that's necessarily glittery and like a liquid blush with heavy glitter in it like the Charlotte Tilbury. I just want something, you know, a little bit glowy and softer. And as you guys know, this is my favorite. This is from Apu. This is a Juicy Pung blusher. Absolutely incredible. It has a moussey texture and it just looks so nice and lasts all day. And we're just going to pat that on. It just adds some color back onto your cheeks and skin. It just shows you again that, you know, our face has dimension to it. I like some on the nose as well. And then whatever I have remaining on my brush, I like to blend it all over my eyelids. Next, we're going to go in with mascara. I like to go in with something really fine. This is from GIVERNY. This is their Milchak Sensitive Mascara. And this has the thinnest brush in the world. It looks beautiful. It gives you individual lashes and long lasting. Wispy, long and long lasting. That sounds a bit weird. Wispy and long lasting. And make sure you don't curl your lashes too hard, otherwise it'll look a little bit disproportionate. I want to say something. When you're curling your lashes, you shouldn't be just curling it in one area. You should be curling it, releasing it, and slowly turning it. Because that's how your lashes should be. They should be round. They shouldn't just be a straight line going up. So when you are curling your eyelashes, make sure you start from the tip and then slowly release it, move it towards the very ends of your lashes so it looks more natural and rounded. Now, a brow gel, I like to use a clear brow gel. I don't really need anything extra. I just want to set them in place. And last but not least, a lip oil to top it all off. I'm loving this one right now. It's from BANILA and this is in the shade RD01. Look how fat that juicy applicator is. Here we are, guys. This is the final result of our no makeup look, and I hope you guys like it. Very simple, and I hope you guys learned some of my hacks. I have just recently loved doing no makeup and simple makeup looks because, to be fair, I prioritize sleep over getting ready nowadays. It used to be the opposite. I used to wake up early just so I can pamper myself, have a full routine, but now I guess it's just changed. I'd rather sleep that extra 20 minutes and walk out with a more simple look, and nothing wrong with that. It's just preferences and makeup has changed. But I really like this new idea of mixing your foundation and sunscreen or like skincare together to give it a lighter coverage, something more breathable. This has been a very old hack, but just something I started using and I love it, so I want to share it with you guys a little bit more. And it's generally the idea of playing with different finishes in your makeup to give you that skin-like finish, but still something has a little bit more coverage and elevates it. So yeah, I can't stop looking at my skin. It looks so nice. It just looks like my skin, but better. And that's absolutely just a dream come true. Also, I can't stop smacking my lips because this lip oil is so comfy and it just literally feels like oil. I need to do an updated video of all my favorite lip oils because I'm a sucker for a good lip oil and I've tried so many in the past few months and second half of last year, so I need to do an update of that video. If you guys did like today's video, please give it a thumbs up or even subscribe to my channel and let me know down below what you would like to see from me next. But as always, that's it for today and I'll see you guys for the next one.